Okay, Catherine Ann, we're going to switch gears. Hypothetically, we're a year into this thing. What are you going to, how good is it going to feel? And like, can you imagine how your life will change if you've got 1,000, 2,000, $5,000 a month coming in passively that you just know is coming because data is going to keep going? How good is that going to feel?
Well, it's going to feel very good. And, my husband, who he doesn't do anything with me, the business, he's like, it's going to be great to be on the golf course. He loves golf. And, you know, I do know of the opportunities that I am going to be able to provide for my family, my kids, my children, and to allow us to just have the freedom that we want. And we've set up some goals. My husband and I have set up some goals of what we're going to do, what we're going to pay off, what we're going to do with all this money. And one thing that we have chosen to do is, as the money is generated, we are compounding the money that we're making to buy more machines. So let's just say, hypothetically, you own five of these machines and they're paying $1,000 a month. Well, five times 1,000 is $5,000 a month. I personally believe it's going to be a little bit more than that. So just do the numbers and decide what you can do. And you can, compound that. And when you start making the money, then in 6 months, you buy another machine. Then you make more money. So that's what I love about this model. Data is not going away, it is here to stay. And we get to jump on the bandwagon, if you're interested in creating some residual income.
And I think with the timing is very important. Like the window can close down the road. Like it can get to the point where they up the cost of these things, where it's just, you're not going to come in for a low dollar amount. Like we can get units right now for about $15,000. There are going to be other units that'll probably come out that'll be having more capacity that will pay out more, income based on the data storage, things like that, with gaming companies coming on board to
Right.
get their storage units. Because these companies are all, the thing is all companies are moving towards AI first, like 80% of them. Almost every company that I've studied now, because I was studying all this as I was learning it, have increased their budgets by 80% AI forward,
Right.
AI forward, the way they're going, because they know that's where it's at, which is massive data. And
Mhm.
we're literally out there collecting it. It's like we've got fishing nets out there that are people are being, put it on there. I mean, what people don't understand is um, a data center unit, for what we have right now, the capacity can get filled pretty quick. I mean, the numbers, Catherine, you threw out of $1,000 a month is only at one of our units basically being, 20% at capacity, like
Right.
holding it. I mean, it's like it can go up, obviously, or it can stay at that level. It doesn't matter. To me, it's just like, and you probably would agree, is I'm also looking for other ways to protect and diversify my money,
Hmm.
because things in the real world right now are chaotic, to say the least. I mean, I laugh when I go to the grocery store. You mentioned this earlier. Like I literally have one of those small push carts, not the big cart,
Right.
the small one, not full, and it's like $90. And
Hmm.
I'm like, I have like five items.
Right.
Like I'm like, how is that possible? And that's the thing, is if people don't take personal responsibility of stop putting your money under a mattress, definitely don't just let it sit in the bank so they can loan it out 10 times over. Do something with it. Get aggressive with, you got to make aggressive moves in today's day and
Hmm.
age, or you're going to get wiped out. A last thing I'll say on this point, I just saw a post come through on one of the news things that's on my Facebook feed about the income, what kind of income it takes to stay in the middle class, state by state, and to be in the middle class in Ohio where I live. It was like $175,000 to be considered middle class.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh my gosh, like how do I mean, I don't even know how people.
Well,
Like
and
it's
from
out of
yeah,
control.
from
Go ahead.
2 years, speaking on that, from 2 years ago, at the end of COVID, you to today, you have to make 14% more in your salary to live the same lifestyle you lived at 2022 at the end of the pandemic. And I don't know about you, but in corporate America and all these other jobs, I don't see people, in January going, congratulations, you got 14% of a raise. No, you get like 1%, 2%. It's kind of really, really sad. And I believe that income producing assets, which is what this is going to change the trajectory of your family and your family, dialogue, wealth, and all that.
Perfect.